This will be just a quick video explaining how to pick your spells. Um, if you're rolling your character manually, you could also do this if you use the app and you want to take a look at different things. But what we're going to do is just fill in some information here really quick from our wizard that we created from the previous video. So really quick, we're just going to put in our information here just so you can see how it works on Roll20's end. Um, what I tried to explain before in the previous videos, if you use the phone app, make sure you go into your class here first and update your level over here. We're a wizard level 1. It just makes these next steps make more sense because stuff updates automatically. So in here we're going to have 8 strength, and that's going to change to our -1 modifier once we click out of that box. 15 dexterity, and that'll change to our +2, and etc. etc. So 12 constitution, 16 intelligence, 14 wisdom, and 10 charisma. And once again, you see that all of those updated properly except for our intelligence and our wisdom, because we have to make sure we had our proficiencies on there. So wisdom and intelligence, those will update our save bonuses, which are these here. So all of these will line up: -1, -1, 2, 2, 1, 1, etc. And our modifiers will also add up: -1, -1, 2, 2, 1, 1, etc., etc. So next thing we're going to do is go back over here, and we could add all this information in. We are a high elf, and we are a wizard, and our name is Carrick Winterstorm. We have a 2 initiative bonus that's automatically calculated, and that's based off of your dexterity bonus, so we didn't have to do this step if we wanted to. So our speed is 30, copy that over to here. We have 0 current experience. We need 300 for level 2, 300, not 3000, there we go. Next will be our hit points. We have 7 out of 7 hit points maximum. And we do have our hit die, which automatically updates since we put in our class. We are a wizard level 1, so we get 1 wizard hit die. And that's pretty much it for this screen here. Your skills, you'll move on to here. That'll be these here. Well, we'll just have to make sure we select our proficiencies. So we need Arcana, which we are proficient, yes. History and Insight. History, yes. Insight, yes. Investigation and Perception. Investigation, yes. And Perception, yes. And those will automatically update. Like we said, our Arcana should have been a +5. Our Arcana is a +5, so we have that proficiency. Something like Acrobatics that we're not proficient in still gets a Dexterity bonus. So we're not proficient, but we still have our total of 2 there. So that is all we need on there. Background, this is all the information that you chose. We're not going to get too much into that. It's just copy and pasting from here. Like our background here, we need to make sure that we type in that we are a sage. And you can type in a description from off of the player's handbook for what it means to be a sage. Just copy and paste the sage in a paragraph under it. Racial traits, you could type in that you get these items here. These were all of your racial traits here. I wish I could, there we go. And then trance also. So these can be put onto here. Personality traits, that's just here, so you can copy, paste that there. Ideals, same thing here. Copy, paste. Bonds, copy, paste. Flaws, copy, paste. We didn't have armor proficiencies. We put these down in the bottom left. We didn't type it in because we didn't have any. So with our weapons, we got these here. And we did not end up with any tool proficiencies, so we don't have to put anything there. Back up here, our known languages, we have Common, Elvish, and then we get to pick through a list and get 2 more, so we're just going to go with Orc, and I think Draconic was another one. You could pick any 2 that you wanted. Our alignment, we decided, was neutral evil. So neutral evil. Size was medium. That was off of our character sheet. Vision was dark vision. Gender, we chose male. Age, we're going to go with 100, whatever. Height, we're gonna go with 5'4" because or 5'9", whatever, close enough. Anywhere between 5 and 6 was okay for elves. Weight, we're gonna say 160. Eyes, we're gonna go with blue. Hair, we're gonna go with blonde. And I'm going through this really quick because I've already did a video on this. Just want to show how all this information copies into here. Class we already did. And then finally weapons. Either way you went through it, if you actually went through and figured out how much gold you got and purchased things, you could do that. But you would add your weapons in here. The only thing I bought with my wizard was a dagger. Obviously you could buy more or use the set list that are given to you. This was a finesse weapon. That's all explained on the player's handbook, the weapon portion of it. So we already got our +4. So I messed up here somewhere. We'll have to look into that. Not sure where I messed up to hit. Something in my math was wrong. So just make sure you're doing your math right. This will automatically update it. So if you messed up here, don't worry about it. Roll20 will be right. Or if it's wrong, we're at least all wrong together, so we're all on the same page. So just type in the information it allows you. This is a 1d4. And it was a piercing. And a 1d4 for a crit, which is just basically this number put here. So that is that. And then if we bought a crossbow, you just type it in here. And how much ammo you bought. So whatever. So spellbook. Armor, we didn't have any armor unless you bought some. Inventory, you could put your items here. So two of your choice. Oh, there's where I had the language. Okay, so bottle of black ink you would type in here, then a quill, small knife, letter, blah blah blah, and your clothes and gold piece. You would put, for your gold piece, you would do 10. Now if you chose to buy your armor, anything that you had left over, you would add on to here. So in my case, I had 110 gold to start, and my dagger, I can't remember how much it cost. If my dagger cost 10 gold, then I would add another 100 on here, so I would have a 110 gold piece. So we'll just say that we have a 110 gold piece. So basically what I made this video for was for the spellbook. So once you update your class here, we're level 1 wizard, it does show you on here that you have 3 cantrips that you know and 4 spells that you can memorize. So first thing you're going to want to do, we're done with this, I'm going to minimize that for now, and we're going to go into Player's Handbook, and we're going to go to, right down this page, I'll be back here. So first thing you want to check is your race and your class. Some race and classes offer additional spell slots. I believe the Drow Elf gives you 1 extra cantrip. So just as you're copying down your race and class information, just keep track of that. Being a half-elf wizard, I already did the looking, so I won't go back to those. We don't get anything additional. So let's just go to our wizard page, and then underneath our spells, big list here somewhere. Should have been at the top. Once again, I apologize. I'm doing these on the fly. Yep, so here we go. So here's what we see. We have 3 known cantrips and 2 spells that we can memorize. I have no idea why this says 4. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it too much. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. That's 2 spell slots. I keep forgetting about that. So yeah, you get 3 known cantrips. Then in here somewhere it explains when you read through this how many spells you actually get. It's some get a formula, some tell you at this level you get this many spells. So for here, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, make sure if you're buying your equipment that you buy a spell book, or else you won't be able to cast spells. Alright, so here's where it explains how your preparing spells works. Like I said, just go off of roll 20. It's automatic, and if it's wrong, at least we're on the same page. So we're going to go off of here. So we know 3 cantrips and 4 additional spells we can learn. So going back to this chart here, make sure that you make note that you do get 2 level 1 spell slots. So 2 level 1 spell slots. And then spell list starts, first thing I want to show you, if you go to page 188, it shows you, I'm sorry, not 188, it's 183, yes. This will be your homework if you're going to make a spellcaster, to make sure just read through how to cast spells, different type of spells, when they can be cast, when they can't be cast, how long it takes them to cast, the components. I went over this in another video before. Duration, concentration. Make sure you have all this at least pretty much in the back of your head. I know a lot of it, so if we come across to a problem, I'll let you know. So once you are all set to start picking your spells are listed alphabetically order. Right here is your wizards. So we get a total of 3 cantrips. So you get to pick 3 out of this spell list here. They're all listed underneath here. Once you go into the spell descriptions, they're listed alphabetically. So here we could see Ash's Splash. We'll go with this one because it's right there. So if we decide to pick this for a cantrip, here's your information for the spell. You could also use the spell app on your phone, but this video is for those who don't use the apps. So here's all the information you need for the spell. You go into your character sheet here, and you add a cantrip, and my little logo's in the way there. So I'll move this over here. Click add. So we have Acid Splash, and that is a conjuration, and that is gained from being a wizard. Cast time is 1 action. It does not say anything about requiring any sort of concentration, so no concentration is not a ritual. This doesn't matter, just ignore that. Target, let's see, choose 1 creature, so 1 target. Range of 60 feet. Duration is instantaneous. Copy and paste that on there. And components is V and S. And then if you need help actually rolling or typing in the rolling information for this, let's see. You hurl a bauble of acid, choose a target, must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. So what we're going to do is copy this part here into description, put that in here, and then spells damage increases when you cast at a higher level. We'll put that over there. So what this means is a target has to make a dexterity saving throw or gets 1d6 acid damage. So we're going to go under damage. We're going to go 1d6. It does not get a stat bonus, or it would say it would add a modifier or not, but this one doesn't, so we just leave that a none, no other bonus, and it is a poison or acid damage. So as we can see here, we'll just make sure we have to click on damage here. So if you ever wanted to cast a spell, of course I roll a crit, well, not a crit, but the highest possible at least. So that'll deal 6 damage if the target fails a dexterity saving throw. So that's how you add a spell. Like I said, you get to pick 3 of these cantrips. What was it? 3 cantrips and then 4 other spells. So you can pick 3 of these and then 4 level 1 spells, which are all of these. And once again, these are all listed alphabetical order, so we'll look at alarm since it'll be pretty much close to the beginning. Alarm right here. So here's what that does. So you get to read through these, pick the ones that you want, and put them in your spell book. So you get 3 cantrips and 4 spells. So you have 3 cantrips under cantrips, and you'll have 4 spells under level 1. That should pretty much wrap it up. We have our armor. Well, I'll show you really quick how the armor works, just in case Let's see, leather armor. Leather armor comes with 11 armor class. That's found in the owner's book, or the owner's book, the player's handbook. It's considered a light armor, so that would give you 13 armor class. That's all you do to add armor. Since our wizard doesn't have any, we'll just knock all this off of here. Yep, let's get rid of that. There we go. And inventory, like I said, we already covered. We type all of our information in there, and that should cover your character. Like I said, any questions, let me know.